All right, hey guys. A lot of you said that you wanted me to film stuff by grade, so I already filmed a haul, and now I'm just going to go through and individually go through what's for who and what my thought process was. So this first book, Gregory Shadow, this is a Groundhog book for Groundhog Day. This is one of the books for Memoria Press for kindergarten. And so this is for my kindergartner. And then I got Song of the Swallows. I think I got this. This is one of the books for Beautiful Feet's, not Beautiful Feet. Yes, Beautiful Feet's California history. But I think I got it because it's about the what are they called? Swallows, swallows, and their migration. Because my daughter had said she's interested in birds, and then also we're doing. I think it's planned for Memoria Press Kindergarten. I'm not sure, but I have all these books about birds, so that was my thought process there. And yeah, okay. And then I got these three. They're kind of like main lesson books. And if you watch my haul video, you'll see they had like some weird sticky stuff on them. So I just cleaned them up. They have that weird like velvet texture that a lot of stuff has now. And then they have just blank pages. And I guess this is for like putting numbers when your child's done. So I got three of those. These are for my third grader. I do have other main lesson books around, but I feel like you can never have too many, especially, if you have kids who like writing or drawing or whatever. The next stuff, I'll just show you the school supplies I got real quick. So I got, see, I had this box open and my kids already took out a glue stick. Got a glue stick, more pencils, which have been clearly rated, and then an ink cartridge. I never print anything in color. This stuff runs out so quickly. It's so frustrating. So next is books for my third grader. So this was one of the books. I think it was listed on either Ambleside or the CMEC for like free reading. And my third grader really likes animals, so I thought that this would be cute. And so it's just like a little reader. This stack is all, and actually there's two more books. These are all Brave Writer books for this year. So we hadn't had a chance to get these books for the fall semester. So these, I don't know what order these go in, but I'm pretty sure these ones are from first semester and then I know this was the December book because it's about the snow. And I think someone said this is kind of like Winnie the Pooh, but in the snow. I'm not sure. But so these will probably I'm probably going to have to read them aloud. And then this is in the spring. So we're still trying to finish up Skunk and Badger from a long time ago. And I've just been reading this to my almost 9-year-old and my 6-year-old as a read aloud. And then Wish Tree is just a read aloud. I feel like everybody's read this, but we have not read this yet. So I got that one. And then Dragons in a Bag, Maya and the Robot, and Maybe Marisol Rainey. These are all Brave Writer Dart books. There's them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 7 of them. The other one is Solimar and the Sword of the Monarchs, which we got a while ago. Can just grab that one off the shelf real quick. I actually thought this one was an Arrow, but it's not, and it's by Pam Munoz Ryan, who we love. So that's 8 of the books. I don't know what the other 2 are. I don't know why they're not here. Maybe they're still coming. Who knows? Maybe I put them in a different spot, which I'll find in a moment. But that's my plan with those. And then next, I have I have another book for my third grade, 2 more books for my third grader. This is just bushcraft, kind of like Boy Scout type stuff, which, interests me theoretically, but the commitment we can't do. So I was thinking maybe my son would like that. And then I got him The Trumpet Swan, which is just a classic read aloud, which we've actually never read. So we're currently reading Babe, and I feel like, and we have Charlotte's Web, and so that is the same genre to me. So next we have Journey to the Center of the Earth by Jules Verne. This is a Brave Writer Boomerang book, interesting thing to note is 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea is a CMEC book, I believe, for Form 3. So I also have a copy of that I got at the library book sale for my 8th grader. So that'll be cool if she reads those. A Snake Falls to Earth. I believe this one's based on Native American mythology. And what's kind of cool about this is that in The Last Quintista, which is the arrow book for the month for my 6th grader, this book, which we're doing a book club for. So I'm reading this aloud to everyone. Normally I just have my kids read the books that are arrow and higher. This one also has about a fire snake falling to the earth. Don't want to spoil it, but I just thought that that was kind of interesting overlap. So this is a boomerang. This is a boomerang also for my 8th grader. I believe this is about the Black Wall Street massacre. Tulsa Race Massacre. Yeah. So my 8th grader will read this. And this is the book of the month for February. And all 3 of the books are Black history books. Of course, I can't even remember what the other 2 are right now. Oh yeah, Maya and the Robot, which I already showed you, and then Finding Langston, which I'll grab just to show you. So this book we've had for a while, but we haven't read it yet. It's scheduled for Blossom and Root, I think year 4 or year 5, but it's now a arrow. It's an arrow. And the Maya and the Robot is the dart. So those will be what my kids will read in February next month. And hopefully we'll do the curriculum too, but that's harder for me to do than just having the reading. The Fountains of Silence. This is a boomerang. I think I'm going to have my high schooler read this. It's about the time under Franco in Spain. It's quite substantial. What is that, like? How many pages? Like 500 pages. You know, and it looks like a book for adults, so maybe I might look into that one more. But when I listened to the book draft, it sounded really interesting. And also we're Spanish, so, you know, it's always fun to learn about the horrible things that your leaders have done. Got the Lyra Waldorf colored pencils. Not sure who these will be for yet. These are recommended for the Waldorfish geometry class that my 8th grader is going to take. And we do have another set like laying around, just strewn all over the place. But, you know, they're good quality and they last forever. And then we have Stockmar crayons. These are the block crayons. And so these are really good for like shading and coloring larger surface areas. And if you follow the Waldorf pedagogy, these are what the younger kids have because they're easier for them to hold versus the stick crayons. So I got more of those. And also this larger set has like more different colors. So again, these will probably be multi-purpose for that Waldorfish geometry class. And then also just whatever. We actually still have some weekly art foundation lessons we haven't done. This is just a 4-inch binder. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I originally got it for the Studies Weekly's parent guides while we were with the charter. But now that we're not doing that, I don't know what's going to be the fate of that binder. I got this for my 8th grader, Animal Farm, Moving Beyond the Page. So this is an individual literature unit. I did not want to try and mess with doing language arts and social studies and history, although let's look on the back. So if you did do that, they would be doing civics and chemical reactions. I may do something like that in the future, although I did have a meeting with my 8th grader about her high school plans, and that is not one of them. But what I really liked when we got the Pearl for my 6th grader was basically the layout of the lesson. And this is all written to the student from, I think, 4th grade and up. So it tells you exactly what to do and what to read. It goes with the book. So that's one that we'll start on. And also she likes animals, but she also likes dystopian. So I think that that will be an interesting read. And, you know, not only a read, it will be involving this writing and this reflecting and all of those good things that Moving Beyond the Page does so well. And then the second one that I got for her was 101 Great American Poems. She does currently do poetry every day, but we don't have as much of this type of stuff as I would like, especially with her going into high school next year. So I thought that that would be good. And, you know, I may even look and see what they have for my high schooler about that. So, you know, here they have read the poem, annotate the poem, use a blue pencil to use alliteration, simile and personification, and then green pencil for words you need to define, red pencil for phrases that produce a vivid image. So that's exactly why I got this curriculum, because it has a very in-depth level of like analysis and assignments, and at this age I think it's not too overwhelming, so I really like that. We'll see how it goes. Obviously that's not this particular book situation is not as interesting as the Animal Farm, but you know, it's good to do different things. These are just plastic covered notebooks that have I'll just open it so I could show you the inside. I like these for my younger kids because they have half blank, half lined pages. So this works really well for narration and different, you know, subjects. If they just want to have a notebook for fun to write in, that's what that's for. Then I got the Odyssey. This is a graphic novel adaptation. This is a boomerang for my 8th grader. And I just thought it'd be fun. You know, it's the January book, so we're obviously behind, but it seems like a more interesting way to read the Odyssey. So just to recap those things, the Odyssey, The Fountains in Silence, Angel of Greenwood, Snake Falls to Earth, and Journey to the Center of the Earth. These are all boomerangs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Also Boomeranger's Code Talker, which I think I've unboxed before. And there was another one. We read the first one in August, and the rest of the year is kind of a blur. So that's where we're at with that. And then the last 2 books I have are both kind of Norse mythology / Vikings. We've been having a really great time with the Viking Tales book. This isn't, oops, I dropped the box. This is a, I think Ambleside, maybe this MEC book, I'm not sure. And we just really like it a lot. And if you've ever seen the show Vikings, which was on the History Channel, then Hulu, now it's on Netflix, it really tracks a lot of the history. And so that I've personally become more interested in that. And we're about halfway through with that. My 8-year-old is reading that to me. He'll be 9 next month, so almost 9-year-old. And we do have the D.L. Lair book. I've had this for ages. This is a well-known resource in Charlotte Mason and Waldorf circles. And so I looked at, if you don't have the D.L. Lair books, you have to get them. They have them for Greek mythology as well, and Pocahontas and Leif the Lucky, so on and so forth. The other books I looked at were like the same stories. So like, how was the Viking world made? You know, what did Odin do to gain knowledge? Those things. So I wanted to get these books, and Padraic Colum is also a very famous author in Waldorf circles. I'm not sure about with Charlotte Masoners, but you know, very similar to the H.E. Marshall or the Gerber, all that stuff. So I looked at the story descriptions of these, like Idun and her apples is in like every single Viking book, right? So that's not new. But a lot of these I think are different tales. And so that was what drew me to this particular book versus some of the other options. And then same thing with Legends of Norseland. And this is by Mara Pratt, who wrote several different books that I can't remember off the top of my head, but several books for this genre. I was looking at the Yesterday's Classics website, but they didn't have either of these printed. They only had an ebook, and I don't know if they had this one at all. And so, you know, like Apples of Life, again, very similar, but some differences. And I also wanted to get short. So, you know, Yggdrasil is in every book, right? So I don't know. We may just read it again. It's only 1 page. But I like having these short stories because if you have a 6-year-old or a 5-year-old or a very energetic 8 or 9-year-old son, you know that longer chapters are more difficult to get through. So I'm excited about these two. We'll add those onto our Viking kind of deep dive that we're doing this year. And that's it. Let me know what you guys think, if you have any questions, or if you've read any of these books, or if you too are a negligent brave writer and you just cannot get through all the curriculum, but you can't get through the books. Thanks for watching, and I'll keep you posted.